All right, first off, we're going to turn the disconnect on. We're going to turn the control circuit panel on. It's on. After it's on, you're going to hit the start button. Starts up the machine. Now your machine's operational. You got different switches here. So you got your lock bore motor. So this is regular and deep, so it'll go halfway into the door or all the way. So it'll go halfway through the door there, all the way through the door there. You got your bolt drill, it's either on or off. You got your faceplate router, it's either on or off. And then you have this cone selector, so you can have no cone, so it doesn't use the cone. You can have auto, so if it senses a metal door, it'll use the cone. And then you have cone only. So it'll automatically just use the cone, so if you're only doing all metal doors. So when you hit the start sequence, that's going to light up everything. So that tells you your control power is on, the overload is ready, the e-stop is not compressed, start, stop, and your 24 volt. So this is your emergency stop switch. So if any time during your sequence something happens that you're not happy with, you can depress this and it'll stop the machine. So if emergency switch was off, that would be off. If you pull it back out, it turns back on. So after you depress this, the machine's all the way off. And when it's safe to turn it back on, you can pull the switch back out. When you pull that switch back out, you have to go to the control panel and hit the start button. So this is your shut off. This is your water trap, so get any moisture out of your line. This is your regulator, regulates the air, and this is your oiler. So on this machine you have a cone alignment and you had a door clamp. So for the cone alignment, when you press that, you'll be pressing that and the cone will be going into the door hole that's already existing on your machine. After that's lined up, you hit the clamp button and the machine will clamp and then the cone will retract so you can do your operation. All right, this is gonna be your back set for your doorknob. So if we pull it out, it's gonna be 2 3/4. If you push it in, it's gonna be 2 3/8. So after your machine is clamped, you can hit the start sequence button and we'll start the routine for the machine. So these are your door stops for your machine. So we're gonna pick the door stop that we want for our door. We're gonna want the 60-inch bore. So that's gonna be this one. So we're gonna slide the door down to the door stop until it touches it. Make sure it's pressed back against the fence. We're going to clamp the door. So when the door is clamped, we're going to hit this. We're going to select all the options that we want. And then we're going to hit the start button and it's going to go through a sequence. So hit the start sequence. All right, you have your cone alignment, so when you press this, you're going to make sure your door is situated so that your cone will fit inside the doorknob hole. When you align your cone up in a position, make sure your cone is over the hole, and you hit the cone, and then it'll line the door up automatically, and it's ready to bore.